Hello, everyone. How are you? This is Paula Connor with Elevate Your Spirit. And I am coming to you from the beach on the side of the Pacific Ocean in Olan. And it's been a while since I've done a video. Recently moved. We were living in the mountains in the Andes. And gosh, so many things have happened. First thing I want to share with you is in May of 2023, Sophia Love, Channels 1, answered a question for me that I had asked. And it was really about how do you live in abundance in a world like this, with everything being in change. And it was basically practical guidance. Let me actually get exactly what the name of the question was, because there's a video on my website. And it was basically straight talk with one specific to money and creating self-worth and self-value. That was basically the question. So that was done in May of 2023. At that time, I was living in Canada. And I want to share with you the view I have now and the view I imagined in the guidance that was provided by one. So basically, almost 2 years ago, I had this vision. I started practicing what they were teaching us about manifestation, how to create a reality that you desire and not what is necessarily being pushed at us. So look at this video, or look at these few pictures. This is the imagery of what I imagined on how I would practice sitting with Samson and Delilah. And this won't make sense to you unless you have a look at the video. So I'm going to give you the link, not only to the actual question that was for one and the guidance given, and then my response with a video on what I did to integrate that teaching and actually work with it daily. And then I'm going to show you my backyard where I'm living. So that's pretty crazy, eh? Just goes to show it absolutely freaking works. It works. So when guidance is provided by spirit, coming through your glorious open heart, this is what happens. Okay, now I want to switch gears a little bit because so much amazing things are happening. Again, one shared a message recently, and I'll provide a link for that too, on how the field, our field, is so responsive to our desires right now that basically the universe is literally listening to you and responding. And I have absolute proof time and time again that this is happening. It's quite fantastic. We were living in the Andes Mountains, about 12 hours from the ocean, the Pacific Ocean, where we are now. And we had to go through a town called Cuenca, which is about 11, 12, 13,000 feet up. It's pretty high. It's pretty high. Beautiful city, but we had to go through there and then go through what they call, I think it's called the Cajas. I think that's what it's called. And this mountain range goes as high as 13,300 feet. There's no trees there, okay? There's no trees. So if you fall off the side of the mountain, you are plunging to your death. You're just going to go straight down. You know, they do have landslides and stuff like that to deal with. So anyway, we have to drive through there, and it's January. So we moved here on the 2nd of January. So we've been here almost 2 months. And we get stopped. There's a traffic jam. And I can see all this water coming down the side of the mountain right beside us. I'm like, oh, that's not very good. This is rainy season. We're like 13,000 feet up, but oh my gosh. Anyway, so Oscar's our driver, wonderful driver who brought us here and all of our stuff. And he spoke with a fellow on the side of the road. And I'm like, what's going on, Oscar? And he said, the road's gone. What do you mean the road's gone? Anyway, finally, we get through. And here's the video. I'm going to show it for you right now. We get through.
Geological.
But when I wish I got a picture, but it was too quick. When we got through that area and we came around the switchback, there was no dirt underneath the highway. There was just concrete. And 20 minutes later, that highway collapsed completely. And I'm not even sure if it's still open right now because oh my gosh, I have never seen rain. Like Ontario is getting snow this year, or Canada is getting snow this year. That's what we are getting with rain. It was so dry because we dealt with mountain fires, for heaven's sake, in September of last year. Our backyard was on fire where we are living. And now we've got torrential rain. It's so loud. Thunder is above the house. The rain is so loud, you can't hear the thunder and you can't hear your voice speak. So boy, oh boy, South America has torrential rain. But there was no road underneath. There was no dirt underneath that road we came through. So I will say I'm not interested in taking that road again. So the reason why I bring that up is because I had read this book, Pleiadian Agenda, a long time ago, many, many, many years ago. And I was talking with a friend of mine, Denise, recently. And she was talking about the book. And I had credits on Audible, and I thought, well, I got a 12-hour drive. That might be interesting to revisit that. And I pay attention when people are suggesting things to me or things are coming up. So during that 12-hour drive, I re-listened to The Pleiadian Agenda by Barbara Handclough, and then finished it after we had arrived here. And the first thing that happened when we arrived here was the first day we had to remove a tarantula from the bedroom. Didn't really know it was a tarantula, but here you can see him now on there. And why am I talking to you now about tarantulas? Well, because the Pleiadian Agenda in that book, it started talking about working with the elementals and the nature spirits. And it activated something in me. It activated a remembrance because I am now consciously aware of multiple dimensions at the same time. And I swear to you, nature is speaking to me. Mother Earth, nature is speaking to me. Because after I read that book, I made a very significant intention to love home, to make this area where we're living home, love the land, love the animals, the birds. And, that might sound kooky to some people, but then all these things started to happen. So first thing is, say my hubby says, there's a bug in the bedroom. So I get him, put him outside. Turns out he's a tarantula. And then the next day, I am not kidding you, I am 36 minutes into my yoga practice. So obviously I'm very, very well aware of 36 minutes in, so I'm telling you the time. And it was bendy back. I was practicing back bends that day. And so I had dragged my yoga mat to the wall so that I can crawl down the wall. I basically go all the way down until, it's basically I'm trying to get to the point where my feet can touch my head. Whether or not I'll ever get there, I don't know, but hey, it's fun to practice. So I'm doing bendy back, and I do a couple of them, and I'm looking at the floor in front of me, and I turn over my yoga mat, and I see this. Can you imagine? There's a crushed, dead tarantula underneath your yoga mat. This is like day 2 of being here. Okay. That's 2 tarantulas now. Then we have a few more. Then we have a few more.
You never know what's behind your yoga stuff. I frickin' knew there was one in here somewhere, and there he is. We gotta get him outside now safely. Good Lord. I think this is about the 12th tarantula I found inside the house.
And now I'm like, okay, now I'm paying attention to tarantulas and spirit totems and what messaging they're giving to me, starting to research all Ted Andrews' work. Wish I'd looked at it a long time ago. Also, thanks to Denise for that. Gosh, so in between the tarantulas happening, I'm outside and I see this little, so I'm very, very much paying attention to nature. I'm paying attention to the things that I notice. And here's a bunch of photos of a bunch of creatures. I saw there's a crab. What else do we have here? So I've reread this Pleiadian Agenda book Sophia comes out with another message about the field and how the field is so supportive of your consciousness expansion and the ascension and our transformation more than ever. And that some negative energy there's definitely been a shift. We can all feel it. And here's a picture of what I think the energy looks like right now. That's basically the energy. Anyway, so I'm making this intention. And then I see all these tarantulas. So I think we're up to like 12 or 13 of them now. I've got a few more pictures I'm going to show. But I'm basically, I walk into town. Excuse me. I have to go over a river and up a hill, and I turn right on the street. I hear this nose, and then I see this guy, this crab. So I'm paying attention. Come home, sitting in the next day, and I'm looking out at the birds in the garden. Look at all these birds that are in our backyard. They're so pretty.
One of the things that I've noticed lately is that more nature is in my world. I have a praying mantis sitting behind me on the chair. And all these little birdies. All these little birdies coming to say hi.
And then a day or two later, pretty sure I saw this little bird fly across the backyard. And I'm pretty sure I saw it, like just, see along the top of flowers or whatever, listening to the birds and whatnot. And then I look over at the bush over here and I see a little bird that looks like it's limping. And I'm watching and I can clearly see that it's hurt. So I go over and pick up this little precious bee. Look at this. I'm going to show you some images right here.
Sure, this little beautiful birdie, this hummingbird on the grass. It looks like he's hurt his little wing. And so I collected him and giving him a safe place to rest until he can feel strong enough to fly again. Yeah. Beautiful little birdie. A little bit hurt. I think he keeps calling towards me. So I really don't know what to do for this little guy except give him a safe place to kind of hang out and rest. It looks like he's hurt himself a little bit. I don't know how.
Well, that little birdie died in my hands. And I have to tell you, that was like at 10:30 in the morning or whatever. I bawled my eyes out until 3:30. I don't understand how I was so impacted by this glorious little creature. And I even wrote a poem, for heaven's sake. I wrote a freaking poem. Anyway, it changed me. That changed me. So then I see a praying mantis. Mantis shows up. And he hangs out with me for about 3 or 4 days.
And there he is live. Hey, look at him. Isn't he amazing? Look at him. He's so cute. Praying mantis has been here all day.
So I make friends with this praying mantis and I start doing research on what that means. Tarantula, of course, I've discerned that is trust more of what you feel than what you see. Hugely important now because we're being given all kinds of information, disinformation. It's difficult to know what the heck is true. Who's lying, who's not lying, what's true. Because there's so much going on out there. And that's why I say it's so important to be connected to your heart, to the heart space, because the heart knows truth. And our logic, as my wonderful guides through Paul Selig have taught me, many of us, that the logic will fail you every single time. So the praying mantis is to say that's about trusting divine, trusting yourself, going within. So I have him hanging out for a few days. I have this praying mantis making friends with me. I see the crab. You've seen the birdie video. Here's a picture of the sunsets I get to look here, whether it's at the beach or here at our backyard. I'm going to share that with you as well. And And then just 2 nights ago, actually, I think it was on Monday night, we have another crazy rainstorm. And I open the curtain and this little fellow is on the window. Here's 3 videos of this frog.
Please don't go. Please don't go. Please don't go. Look at my little friend. Hello, Mr. Froggy. Welcome to my window. It's raining out there. He came in for some shelter.
And so now, my wonderful son is going to be here in a couple of weeks because unfortunately, stuff gets stolen here. So Amazon does deliver down here now, but a lot of it goes missing, all the good stuff, which is kind of a bummer. So I got some books delivered to my friend up in Canada, and those are going to be coming to me in a couple of weeks. Got a guitar book, so I'm learning how to play guitar. I've been doing that for almost a year. Loving that. And I'm telling you right now, I am becoming one with nature. And here's a couple of examples of proof that this is freaking happening, okay? So I meet with these amazing women every Wednesday. We did some psychic development training a number of years ago with a wonderful lady, Lisa Gawlis. A lot of people know her. She was an incredible seer, and she taught a lot of us how to see, how to read. And anyway, so I've been doing research on spiders, obviously, because we have a lot of spiders here, and I do my best to catch and release. But sometimes, you're in a hurry, whatever, and the little ones are just too hard, and, you might just wipe them up and not give them any mercy, basically. And so I said to the universe, I'm like, okay, I'm really sorry. Now that I understand spiders a little bit better, I promise I will do my best to give them all safe passage when I see them and I need them to leave. And I'm saying literally after I've said that, I see 3 spiders in a row that require safe passage to leave the house. And I'm like, wow, that was fast. So I'm giving an opportunity to say it out loud. The universe is like, really, here's 3 opportunities to prove that that's what you mean. And then on Wednesday, I think last week, about to have the call with girls to say all of us would get together on Wednesdays whenever we can and share our experiences, our dreams, our meditations, what we're intuiting, what's happening, basically share what's happening in our lives together. And I said out loud to get in the kitchen, I'm like, I'm going to have to remember to tell the girls that, I said that I was going to do better with the spiders and get them outside on safe passage. And didn't I have 3 more immediately? And I'm like, wow, you are amazing. So there is definitely something happening with the field. And I feel very, I'm convinced. I'm absolutely convinced. Because this is what the guide said. Found it. This book. These Paul Selig and the guides have been my main teachers for 11 years. Gosh, I first read I Am the Word. I read I Am the Word, the Book of Love and Creation, and the Book of Knowing and Worth. Back in, 2014, when I first went to Peru. But here it is here. It says here, but the trust that is required now is to allow the body to move up the scale in vibration. Prior claims, I know what I am in truth, what being manifest form, the claim of the body as holy, is supportive of the realization that is occurring now. But the transformation that your experience undergoes in amplitude will vary. And here is what I want to share. Some of you will begin to see what has always been present because you have the gift of sight that was present prior, but was precluded by the dense field. And then I highlighted this before any of this started happening. Some of you will find yourselves in a kind of expression where you experience nature as in union with the body. There are different ways one knows the body in a higher field, but to embody is to simply understand that the accelerated field that is occurred through the prior claims and in the upper room is not only present, but now requiring fulfillment. So I swear, ladies and gentlemen, that that is happening to me with my recent experiences with nature. And I cannot tell you how excited I am about that. I have been asking for many, many years if I could just fold a blade of grass and know exactly what herbal remedies somebody needs to heal, or something that's required as a topical ailment for a hand, or how we support the earth and unpoisoning her from what we've been doing. Perhaps unconsciously and consciously for decades. We are poisoning her. I mean, look at our planet. Gosh. Anyway, that's why this time is so exciting. You're just watching the collapse of the old. The darkness is doing its little dance in front of you, but we all know the jig is up. Jig is up. This is the time of restoration, renewing, reclamation, a time of, as the guides would say, it's a reckoning, facing of one's self and all the creations. So I just wanted to pop on here and basically share that, because the field is absolutely listening and supportive of you. We've all been taught that we can't create, and that this is the only reality we'll get. And we know now that that is a bunch of, as my mom would say, a load of bloody trollop. It's a load of trollop. And anyway, I just wanted to come on real quick and do a video to share that experience with you and test it out yourself. Gosh, who would have thought I would end up here? I have a view of the ocean, and I have a wonderful pool I get to swim in, and the weather it's warm, and we're adjusting to winter here, which is basically 72. I can totally deal with the winter where you just need a bit of a hoodie, because the breeze off the ocean is a little bit windy. But anyway, that's all I wanted to share. I hope you guys are all doing amazing in spite of the craziness. Don't give it any of your attention. Don't give it any of your energy. The light is here. Everything will be revealed. And I think we're in for quite a treat. We are in for quite a treat. And I am super stoked and super excited. Okay, the last thing I want to share before I go, if you've listened to this long, I launched a brand new website, elevateyourspirit.org. Please check that out. And very soon I will have an announcement of, I'm going to launch an Instagram account. I know I'm a little late to the game here. I really don't like social media, but apparently that's the only way that you get found and seen these days, because I did write a couple of courses with the benefit and inspired teachings of my own monad. The Mind Your Mind course is available on my website, as well as in a Spanish subtitles. I'm proud of that. I actually finished that today. Got Spanish subtitles for that. And I'll be launching Instagram account to provide inspiration, tips and tools, and just crazy yogi shit that we get up to here in this wonderful, beautiful country. So God bless you all. I pray for your peace and your well-being. Mind your mind, follow your heart, and we'll be back soon with another video. Take care.